I agree with Ms. Ellis's analysis in her closeout memo, and as state attorney, I have made the decision that this office will not be filing charges against Corey Lewandowski for battery. On March 8, 2016, news reporter Michelle Fields was covering a campaign event in the ballroom at the Trump International Golf Club in Jupiter. Presidential candidate Donald Trump had just completed a press conference. Afterwards, he left the podium and was moving towards the ballroom exit. He had a number of Secret Service agents attempting to maintain space between him and the public. The full video recording shows Secret Service agents clearing the pathway ahead of Mr. Trump. Specifically, it appears that Ms. Fields was directed to the back of the room along with other members of the media. After initially complying with the directive, Ms. Fields returned to the pathway area and walked directly alongside Mr. Trump, attempting to ask questions of him. It appears, based on the freeze frames from the video recording and an independent photograph taken by a Washington Post photographer, that Ms. Fields brushed or touched Mr. Trump's arm. He then appears to react to Ms. Fields by pulling his arm back and away from her, at which time Mr. Lewandowski reached forward and grabbed Ms. Fields' arm, pulling her away from Mr. Trump. Both Mr. Trump and Mr. Lewandowski then continued toward the exit at the back of the room. After reviewing the video recording, there is no reasonable doubt that Mr. Lewandowski pulled Ms. Fields back as she was attempting to interview Mr. Trump. According to an affidavit submitted by a former FBI agent, when tasked with the protection of a political candidate, Secret Service agents will create a protective bubble. This protective bubble is created to prevent unauthorized individuals from getting too close to the person, regardless of whether or not they are members of the press. More importantly, under these circumstances, it is not uncommon for a candidate's inner circle staff members, known to the agents, to assist in clearing a safe pathway. It should be noted, however, that one agent was positioned directly behind Ms. Fields and appeared to show no concern over her actions. Mr. Lewandowski could have called this agent's attention to her movements before taking action himself if he considered her a threat. In addition, soon after the incident, Mr. Lewandowski publicly denied ever touching Ms. Fields in any way. Although these factors might undermine Mr. Lewandowski's potential defense, they do not outweigh the reasonable hypothesis of innocence based on the real-time facts and circumstances recorded on the video. As stated earlier, law enforcement arrests are based upon probable cause. State prosecution, however, relies upon a good faith basis that sufficient evidence exists to prove a case beyond a reasonable doubt. Although the facts support the allegation that Mr. Lewandowski did grab Ms. Fields' arm against her will, Mr. Lewandowski has a reasonable hypothesis of innocence. There is insufficient evidence to rebut these defenses. Therefore, although probable cause exists, the state will no-file this case.